Okay, I think we're recording. Okay,
Uh,
so I thought what might be helpful was if we took a look at what you're doing and then maybe just like walk through it. So, okay. Okay, so you see how at the bottom there's that like bar that you can kind of slide over, and it's
yeah.
going to give you a little bit more details about the, okay,
Here.
okay, good. Okay, so the first thing is this was a video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like you did an engagement ad. Is that correct, or is that just what you called it?
That's what I did.
Okay, so what you probably would want to do is actually a video view ad, not an engagement ad.
Okay.
But remember, I said you're going to learn as you go here.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, hey, Kathleen. Okay, so we're looking at Julia's ad, and we're just kind of looking at how it's been doing. And you had it running for 5 days, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been running for 5 days, and she's spending about $5 a day. So your cost per result is 4 cents. So that's pretty good. That's like a good number to look at. If you look at your results, you have 424 post engagements. If you were running a video view ad, I'm sure you would have a lot more than that. So remember, the goal of this was kind of twofold. One is to get in front of your people, which you're doing, but also it's to create another audience based on the people that watched your video.
Mhm.
Since you did not set it up as a video view ad, I don't know if we'll be able to do that, but you can target people that engaged with your posts. So this is still fine. Right now, what you're really doing is building your audience. However, you only have 424 results.
Mhm.
That's people that like clicked on something, watched your video, liked it, commented, whatever. Um, Remember I said like Facebook kind of likes that 1,000 number, because the more
Mhm.
data Facebook has, the more they can go out and find people that like are a match to your ideal customer.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do, well, let's actually back up a second, Julia. I think I asked you this, but we also need to think about how much you want to spend. Did
Mhm.
you have an idea of how much money you want to spend on Facebook ads from now until the end of the year?
I mean, I guess I don't really know. I was just kind of thinking about 100 to maybe up to 200.
Okay.
I didn't want to spend too much because I still don't know what I'm doing. But I
Yeah.
thought it was probably like a good number to start with.
Okay. So can you go ahead and click that little green create button?
Okay.
We're going to like walk you through creating an ad, and you don't have to publish it right now if you don't want to, but I kind of think you're going to get more bang for your buck if we set this ad up differently. Did
Okay.
you have another video that you wanted to do an ad for, or do we want to stick with this video?
Um, I don't have another one yet. I mean, I have
Okay.
another one like, like of me and Frankie doing like a quick little video, but I don't have like a call to action on it. It was just kind of like a little sample workout. Um,
Okay. You could,
so
I mean,
yeah.
I guess you could almost even put a call to action in the text. Like you could be like, here is a quick, however long it would take, or 5-minute workout that you could do with your little ones. So it could even be a call to action in your text.
Yeah.
You might have to create another post for that if you already have a text. Um, so you might have to like repost that video on your page, or, so that you can
Gotcha.
put the call to action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but let's just go through this. And then if you want to use a video you already have, or if you want to create a new one, we don't have to publish this yet.
Okay.
Okay. I still cannot breathe through my nose. Like this is like the never ending mucus cold. It's so annoying. Um,
Right over here on the phone, honey.
oh, they don't have school today?
Yeah, he doesn't have school. I actually forgot
Yeah.
until yesterday. I was like, oh,
Aw.
school.
Okay, so we'll try to go through this quickly because I'm sure he's gonna want his mom soon. All
Well,
right, so if
he's
you
got
guys,
a show on, so
okay,
he'll be
well,
okay.
got 20 minutes maybe. Okay, so do you see down here where it says, what's your marketing objective? Over to the left, we have brand awareness and reach. Down in the middle, you have traffic engagement, and video views. Those are the main ones we need to focus on. To the right, you have conversions. And actually, I think if you scroll down, you're going to see lead underneath video view, lead generation and messages. Okay. So you picked engagement. I think you're spending more money than you need to spend because your goal was to get people to watch your video. So we really need to find people that are going to watch your video. So you're going to want to do video view ads to start. So I'd click on that one.
Okay.
And then if you scroll down, and this will be the first ad that really anybody should run if they don't have an email list or like tons of traffic coming to their blog. Like this is how you're building your traffic. So you can name this, you could call it video views, maybe dash whatever the video is about. You don't have to do that right now, but this is going to help you know what this ad's about. So we can leave it video views if you want for now. And then you're going to hit continue. So at the very, very top, you see US-18 plus.
Yeah.
You can call this whatever you like. So this is where we're going to pick your audience. Your ad set name is your audience. So we're going to talk about this in a minute. But this is like the interest that you would pick, and maybe like I like to call it whatever country. Usually I do US and Canada. And then like let's say that you're going to target people interested in Weight Watchers or like whatever it is that you're going to target them. Once again, we don't have to put anything there. If you want to put something there, you can. But this helps you know what audience you chose, because as you go on, you might test different audiences. Okay, so we're going to scroll down a little bit, and right now, are you able to like edit? Like you kind of want to probably edit it so you're only hitting females between a certain age.
Yeah, so genders.
Yeah, if you want to edit those.
I think I even did like 20, like I did a little under 30. And then I think I did up to like 60.
Okay.
I kept it a little wider than like my now age range that I held.
Okay. Do you want to add any other locations or just keep it at United States for now?
Oh, here we go. I forgot about that.
If you
Yeah,
just start typing something, it usually pops up.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's keep scrolling down a little bit, and you see where it says detailed targeting down underneath where you picked woman. Can you click edit there? Okay, this is where you put your interests in. So Julia, what were the interests that you chose again?
I did things like self-care, wellness, travel, luxury, like luxury goods.
Okay.
Anything else?
So I was always taught when I did my Facebook ads course and when I talked to Facebook ad reps to choose one interest. The reason for that is, let's say that you choose like 4 or 5, and one of those is just like a complete flop. That's actually like you're spending more money to try to reach these people. So let's say you did luxury goods, travel, and weight loss. Let's say that travel was just a complete flop. Like those people are not interested in what you're offering. Well, now you're paying money to get in front of those people. So if you have a big enough interest, and this is where it can get pricey because you have to test different interests. Unless we find one that really fits your ideal person right away. What if you typed in like, I don't know, I always think like everybody seems to know Weight Watchers or weight loss or moms, like something kind of like that's general but targets the group of people. Start typing in weight loss and let's just see what pops up. Sometimes it doesn't give you the option. I don't know, life, weight loss, fitness, and wellness, maybe?
There's like two of the same. Which
I don't know.
weird, like,
Yeah, pick one.
it's a hard one, actually. I'll pick the first one. Drop away weight loss. What the heck is that?
I don't know.
So scary.
I know. So if you look over to your right, see where it says estimated daily reach? It says 2.1 thousand to 6.2 thousand.
Mhm.
So that didn't really change a whole lot based on the interest that you picked. Just for the heck of it, go ahead and add another interest and go ahead and do your luxury goods or something. Let's see if it drops your reach down at all. I'd just be curious because we don't want that reach to get too low.
Didn't change it.
No, but go ahead and put your cursor on luxury goods real quick. Okay, so you see the size of that audience is, I don't know, 578, what is that, million? Go put your cursor up on weight loss real quick.
Mommy.
Yeah, honey, hold on.
Okay, so I'd almost,
Sorry, hold on one
that's
second.
okay, you can go grab them.
Do you want to do that?
So what we're looking for is like the biggest audience we can find.
On Saturday, I was do Flippy, but then I'll turn to another video.
Okay.
Kathleen, how old are your kids again?
6, 7, and 13.
Okay. I just heard him say Blippi. My kids are all about Blippi, but your kids are probably too old for that.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the days to be over.
Yeah.
Okay, so Julie, we're trying to find a really big audience. So I would almost even type weight loss again and click one of the other weight losses and just see if we can find like the biggest audience possible.
Okay. Oh, weight loss. Oh.
Yeah, try that one.
This one? It's smaller than.
Okay, then yeah, put your cursor on them so we could just kind of see it.
Yeah,
all.
some of them are like really, like that one's only 12,000.
Yeah, don't do that one. Maybe the lower you go to, the smaller the audience. What
This
about oh,
188,000. Let's see.
just for the heck of it, type in Weight Watchers. I think the one you chose, I forget how many it was in that top one. We'll have to check that again.
This one, 50,000.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the top Weight Watchers.
Okay. So is weight loss still the highest one that we have up there?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just stick with that for now.
Okay. So.
And I'd get rid of
Weight
luxury.
Watchers?
Or, well, what's the top weight loss? That was 50 million? And then what was Weight Watchers again?
This one, this is bigger, 578.
That is bigger.
5,000.
But I'm concerned that doesn't really fit your niche. Like just because somebody's interested in shopping and fashion, I don't know if that's really your ideal audience. I get what you're saying, that you want to target people that want to spend money, but I don't know if that's the best use of your money right now, because really what we're looking for is people that are interested in wellness, right?
Yeah.
So I'd get rid of luxury goods. I mean, that's interesting that it's such a high number, but it might not, I mean, you don't want to pay for people that aren't interested in what you're offering.
Right.
All right. I think that what you have for weight loss is the best option right now. You can play around with this,
Okay.
but you get the idea, right? And you need a big audience. So just keep weight loss because that's the highest audience we have. Yeah, I think if you just click anywhere out of there. Okay. So go ahead and scroll down. We're going to keep scrolling down.
Should I save this? Save audience?
Yeah, you can save it. Maybe call it like weight loss interest.
Okay. One error. What? What's the error?
Go back up to your audience quick.
Oh, could not retrieve.
Okay, go back to your create new audience.
Did it lose it?
Yeah, don't worry about saving it. It's pretty, I mean, you can
Yeah,
easily
I'll remember
recreate it. So you're gonna have to add that again, but while we're down here real quick. So here's where you set your daily budget. So if you wanna do $5 a day.
Okay, just taking notes here too. All right, budget. 5. Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna have to go back and work on your audience. But if you hit continue, let's just show the next screen, and then you can always go back. So right, if you look on the left-hand side, we were in ad set. That's where your audience is. Campaign. So if you look on the left-hand side, campaign is the goal of your campaign. That's where we chose video views. Ad set is your audience, and then this is your actual ad. So this is like what you are actually going to show people.
Oh, yeah.
So you know how to do this, right? If you go to use existing posts, so this is a post that's already on Julia's Facebook page. It usually just gives you like a drop down to search for it. So this is pretty straightforward. Do you have any questions on this part, Julia? Like, are you comfortable with this part?
I am. I guess I haven't tried any of these things down here, like add an instant experience or add a playable asset. I don't know if they.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm just gonna
I
click
wouldn't
on them.
worry. I wouldn't get too fancy with it. I mean, Facebook kind of does the best that it can with what you give it. It's pretty
Yeah.
good at that. If you're not spending a lot of money, you don't need to test a million different things because you just don't have enough money to do that, right?
Yeah.
So if we're spending $5 a day, we can't be testing like this audience and this placement and that placement. We just kind of need to let Facebook do what it does. Testing is great, but you need to spend more money to be able to have enough money going to these different places, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I never really I mean, I've never even seen this. Like Facebook's always adding stuff, which I'm sure it's helpful, but I wouldn't like get too overwhelmed or down a rabbit hole with that. Okay, so just click use existing post real quick so we can just show Kathleen how you would get a post from your page.
Okay, and then
Select post.
yeah, so then these are some of my recent posts, and yeah, I can go here and let's just say I was gonna choose one of the workouts with Frankie, so I would click that. And then just do a preview. Right there. Oops.
Yeah.
So there.
So now, if you wanted to add text to that post, well, so there is text already added to that. If you wanted that text to be different for your ad, you'd have to repost this video and type your text in the ad.
Yeah, like you can't edit this now. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And can you add a call to action button? What if you click that?
Yeah, right here. So
Yeah.
and then they give you some options like sign up, book now, download.
Okay. So that's a great option to add and direct them wherever you'd want to direct them. Remember, your goal isn't to really get them on your email list right now. You could even just put like any questions, message me. You could add the message button, like whatever you'd want. It's nice to have that, but your goal is really to get people to watch the video right now.
Yeah, I think that's what I added last time, just the message me button.
Okay. So So just to recap, you want to do the video view ad because that's your focus. Engagement means people are engaging with your post. That tends to cost a little bit more money. Video views are the cheapest way to go. Once you look at those metrics, you hit publish and you let it go for a few days. You want to get to at least 1,000. And remember, the more the better. Then what you could do is you could create a lookalike audience based off of those 1,000. The lookalike audience will be people similar to the people that watched your video, and Facebook does a good job of going out and trying to find people like the people that watched your video. We want people to actually watch your video because those people are interested in wellness, right? We don't want people that just kind of quick looked at it and then left because you're paying for these people. So once you get this lookalike audience, these are the people that you can go after to try to get on your email list. Two things about that, and I'm giving you guys kind of a lot of information here, but I think it's important to know, Julia, because I think you do need to recognize that you said your goal was to get new clients by next month. If you're relying strictly on ads, you have to remember that these are people that pretty much have no idea who you are right now. So unless they're like really willing and ready to buy and like looking for somebody, it takes time for people to kind of figure out who you are, get on your email list, and then have enough trust to buy from you.
Right.
So what I always like to think is like if I'm about to run a campaign or if I'm about to do something, I think, how would I act if I didn't need this money or these people? How would I act if I already had a business running super successful and now I'm just kind of getting people in the door and I'm not worried about when they're going to pay, right? If it takes them 40 days to pay, if it takes them a week to pay, if it takes them half a year to pay, I'm not worried about that. Because when we act out of like anxiety and like I have to get people in now, we tend to like try to rush something and then we end up not getting the result that we want anyway. So I just encourage you that like if you're looking for people to join right now, I don't know if a cold audience is going to convert quick enough for what you want. So I'd almost encourage you to have all this running because it's going to set you up really, really well for the next couple months. But you have that email list of 100 people. Maybe you have a network of people in a Facebook group or on your personal page. Maybe there's something you could offer them, like a really awesome deal to let them try out like a month of working with you for a discounted price. And then if they want to pay to stay on, they can. But I think you're going to be better off getting people right now from a warm or hot audience, like people that already know you, than trying to rush this cold audience.
Right. That makes sense.
I felt that way when I was launching the mastermind at first. I was like, okay, like I like gave myself like 2 weeks to do the whole thing and I like felt really, really rushed. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be coming from a rushed place. Like I need to just, kind of do the best that I can, give value. And then when people are ready, they'll come to me because when you come from that rushed place, it just kind of all trickles down. And plus it's stressful, right? Especially when you're spending money and you're like, why am I not getting the results right away? Because it does take time for people to convert. So keeping that in mind, it's going to allow you to not rush your Facebook ads and then spend too much money and then have to throw them all away because you already hit your $200 limit. This stuff is cheap. When we get to the conversion and the lead generation ads, that gets expensive. People spend up to $10 just for an email address. I definitely don't want you guys doing that. Like we will adjust your ads before that happens. But it's not uncommon for people to spend a lot of money just to get an email address. That person might unsubscribe tomorrow. That person might not buy from you from a year. So we have to be careful about that. Any questions?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. So I think you're setting yourself up for awesomeness. I just don't want you to rush the process.
Yeah.
It took me quite a while to figure out Facebook ads. I probably spent $500 or $600 and got nothing in return before I started being able to run them and have it make sense and a return on my investment and they run in the background. I know that's not like what you want to hear because you don't want to spend that much money, but sometimes it just takes a little trial and error, unfortunately. So the next step is going to be a lead generation or a conversion ad. We definitely need the pixel set up if you want to run conversion ads. Were you able to figure that out?
I think so.
Okay.
I found the pixel number and I was able to paste it into my WordPress.
Okay. And then what you need is a thank you page. So once somebody signs up for a free offer, they need to go to a thank you page. Do you have that set up on your website?
No.
Okay, get that going ASAP. So basically, in order for Facebook to know if somebody converted, they have to have some data. So they will collect data of people that visited your thank you page. That's how they know. So you need to have that thank you page up and running, and we want to start clicking it like this next week. Just go click it every day, get some traffic to it so that Facebook knows it's like an actual page. Facebook likes to have 50 people clicking that page a week. That means 50 conversions a week, right? 50 people on your email list a week. That's a lot at first. So we need to do some manual, like just go click that page yourself, send it to me, I'll click it. Like, let's just get the pixel working on it. Because if you don't have enough clicks on that thank you page, you're going to be spending a lot of money on your ads as well. The other options is lead generation ads, and that is an ad where people fill out a form on Facebook and you set up a phone call with them or something like that.
Okay.
That tends to work well if you don't have enough conversions. Problem with that one is a lot of times I found when fitness professionals do this one, the person will never like respond to their email to set up the phone call, or the leads aren't the greatest because people aren't really following through. So you kind of have to test. You might want to choose one to test or test both of them out and see which one works better for you. I love conversion ads because you don't have to call people, but you have to have enough data for Facebook to make it worth your while.
Okay.
Okay, so Julie, can you stop sharing your screen real quick? And I'll just share mine quickly if I can figure that out. Just so I can show you what my ads look like, and then we'll wrap it up. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're gonna see all the ads I've ever ran here. Currently, I have. The heck? Okay. So currently, I have 2 ads going to join my Content Solution Club. I just put these ads together. This one's still in review. I think because there's text on the image, and Facebook doesn't like text on the image, so they're giving me a hard time. If you notice right here, this is my results. So you see how it says thank you? This is my thank you page. These are 17 people have converted. I'm spending $1.76 per lead, which hopefully that will go down. I started off with this ad trying to do a carousel ad, which is like a bunch of different images. That never works for me for some reason on Facebook, and it was like a complete flop. So I just put a single image in. So it just goes to show you, like, testing things out. If anybody were to buy anything from my website, it will show up over here. And I just started these ads. So let me scroll down to show you these 2 ads that I've had running a little bit longer. Okay, so this 12-week outline, that is an outline to my nutrition program, and then it's leading people into buying the Done For You nutrition program. And I have 2 active, okay. So I have 2 active campaigns here for that. This one has been running a very long time, and it's doing really well. You'll see I have almost 3,000 conversions on that. My lead is 85 cents per lead. And this is how much money I've spent so far on that ad, $2,500. But this ad has been running for months. I know that on the back end, I know that these conversions, I'm getting about 6 to 10 conversions per month at $400 a piece. So it makes up for, it's why, I mean, once you get into it, you gotta know your numbers. That seems like a big number, but it's worth it on the back end. So you notice how I have CK lookalikes. I wanna show you guys what this looks like. So once you get your audience going, I'm going to show you my audience real quick just to show you, Julia, how you'd set this up.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is a conversion ad. So I need this conversion event. Julia, when you're ready to get there, I'll show you how to do this. But this is telling people that when they get to the thank you page, they converted. They're now on my email list. Whether they want to unsubscribe or if they never click that button to fully subscribe, Facebook doesn't care. It counted as a conversion. They hit my thank you page. Okay, right here. So my email list, I exported it up and I put it into Facebook. So I have about 3,000 people on my email list. I called it ConvertKit subscribers, October 10th. That's the day that I uploaded it. I created a lookalike audience of 3% lookalike. So you could do 1%, 2%, 3%, all the way up to 10%. 1% is the closest lookalike that you'd have. You usually start with that. Because I've been running this ad for months, I expanded it to 3% in Australia, Great Britain, Canada, and then 2% in the United States. So these are people that are very similar to my email list. My email list is like the best of the best. Like once you have a big enough email list, you're always going to want to run lookalikes to your email list. Because right now, Julia, you're going out and you're kind of like stabbing in the dark to find people.
Right.
But once you have your email list, like those are your people, right? And then what I did is because my goal right now is to get people on my email list, I excluded everybody on this email list. So because you guys are on my email list, you should not see this ad. I'm excluding you from it. And then I go over to, this is the actual ad. You guys should not see this ad ever unless you get off my email list. And this is my ad to get people to join my email list. Okay, I know that was a lot of information. And you guys aren't really to this next step yet, but I think it's important to start thinking about that because that's where the magic happens is with these conversion and these lead gen ads, but you need to have enough data to give Facebook to get there. Okay. Any questions? I know that's like a ton of information.
No, this is really helpful. So I guess questions. So you think I should run video view ad now, or should I just move on to doing a lookalike audience?
I don't think you have enough for a lookalike audience. I think you need to create another ad and do a video view ad for about a week. And maybe, I mean, hey, Frankie's home today. Maybe you guys could come up with like a video to do today. Post it on your page and then run the ad from that.
Yeah.
And I want you to also think about, and if you want to share it in the Facebook group, like the text that you're going to put on it. I know this is something Kathleen and I talked about with her landing page. Like you want to hit the pain point. So instead of just like, here's 5 exercises to do with your toddler, hit the pain point. Like, hey.
I'm still on the phone.
But it doesn't be first.
Look, you want to see what I'm reading?
Hi, Frankie.
Hi.
Look, and you can see yourself.
Hi. Goodness, it's so big.
Okay.
I'll go see what you're doing.
And he's gonna go down.
He wants to show me something Blippi is doing.
Yeah, Blippi monster truck video. We must watch that every single day. So short on time, looking for something to do with your toddler tonight. Here's 5 exercises you could do. Like you want to kind of hit the pain point. So what's the pain point is that moms don't have a lot of time and they're looking for something to do with their kids. So just kind of hit that pain point a little bit instead of just be like, hey, here's 5 exercises.
Yeah. Okay.
Kathleen, are you excited to try Facebook ads or scared? After all,
Oh, scared. Definitely scared. This is all new to me.
I know. There's definitely a learning curve for sure.
I've been scared for a while, but I was like, all right, finally, I just have to try.
Is this your first time running an ad?
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
I've done like, I know they're not good, but I was like, let me just see what it is. Let me just see what it does. But I boosted stuff a couple times just to kind of see what it did and
Yeah.
get likes, but you know,
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Well, understanding that the whole purpose of your ad, like if you pick engagement or traffic or video views, like that's really important. So understanding that right there is going to help kind of save you money and get you to your goal of whatever your goal would be. But I mean, Julia, I mean, I spent so much money before I even took my Facebook ads course. Then I spent money just testing things during that course. So I mean, I feel like you're ahead of the game. You haven't spent that much money to test and learn, and you do have to test and learn. It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and if you guys can make the call on Thursday, we do have a guest talking about membership groups, which I think is interesting. I don't know. I'm excited to hear from her, but it might give you guys some ideas too on kind of how to set up your business model, or different ways that you can do things with membership groups. So if you can make that, if not, there'll be the recording.
Great.
All
Okay,
right.
cool.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Happy
Great.
Monday.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.